Welcome everyone to the last day of the trading week. It is Friday. Trader Gump asks us, is it rain or sunshine? It's sunny Friday and the markets are open. Another day to make money and probably end the week with good profit. So, before we even begin, please note we still have the offers running ending on the 31st. You literally have 6 days to grab yourself an account before this promo ends. So you get 50% off using the promo code FIRST OFP. And the second one, if you've been with us for a while, using the promo code OFP45, where you get 45% off. And this offer ends at 11:59 p.m. CET on the 31st of July. So, without further ado, let us jump right into the markets and see what we have cooking. So, today, apparently, gold did not reach the expected level that we were aiming for. It did, however, dip and then started to reverse. So, the question is, will it continue going all the way up and then finally come here? We'll get to that in a minute. But let's come and appreciate what is going on here. Because first off, I re-entered again. As you can see, I took an L here on that gold trade that I entered at first before. Then I told you guys that, of course, I'm going to call it quits when gold probably hits like 40-30. So that is where I actually re-entered and aimed for 40-60, which we hit to the T, which is good. So we managed to at least be slightly above break even, where I made a $330 profit off of that, minus 122. So we're slightly above break even. So right now we're in a floating loss. We have bagged about $450, floating on a $304 to $5, and our loss is 144. So we'll see if this will go our way in the next few hours or minutes, because sometimes there are always surprises. So let's look at Aussie CAD, since it's the one with the most profit here. So Aussie CAD actually dropped very firmly, similar to the move of gold, and then started to reverse back up. Actually, Aussie dollar is a commodity currency. So it's somehow pegged to gold. So that's why probably it has reversed up as well. But it doesn't move in high correlation to gold, but it has similar movements at times. So, like today, it's moved up in the same direction as gold. It has actually surpassed gold, if you can see here, 0.34%. And gold has only done 0.20% today. And you know gold does the most compared to any other currency. So today, in fact, Aussie CAD is the one which has outperformed all the currencies on my watch list, including commodities. So let that sink in. So rather, maybe gold may start to shoot up in a few minutes from now as well, because that's what I do think. So let us actually enter into gold and let's see if we are right on this. So for gold, what I do anticipate here is, let's see, I think maybe we could be moving up to the previous high here around 6.3. So that is where I think we could be going to. So let me just open up a position there. So yeah, we are in. And yeah, I do think we could be heading all the way to 6.3 around here, like 40 points, 46.3. So just the previous high is what we are aiming for. So I'll put my take profit over there. So believe gold will make a new high above here. Maybe we can go higher to even 70. But who knows? It could even probably come to this level we're aiming for. Because this is the only level that I think is suitable for gold to come to and actually reverse. That is 4-1 4106. 4106 is still a level I am confident about that gold could probably reach. If not, then it could possibly come tanking all the way down below 4020, which was the low of today. So if it does tank to 4020, then you know what it is. We call it quits again. Yeah, and let the market do what it wants to do. So we're just aiming for 46.3. We close out the week. Not too much profit to be made here. This is just about $58, which we're still fine with. So that is what we are currently aiming for. Then let's move over to pound Swissy. Pound Swissy, we're looking to go up as well. We are still bouncing nicely off this trend line. Like we have bounced off of it like 3 times now. The first one was here, second and the third. So we do see that upward movement coming very, very soon. Where we finally make a new high. Then let's look at Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie was entered yesterday. It bounced twice off this support becoming resistance. It did it twice. Also, I believe this is yesterday midnight. It also did the same. Now it is down again. So we're looking to make a new low. We're halfway there. So it is indeed possible. Then let's look at New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, I've entered another position just right here at resistance, becoming support. You know, I love my resistances and support levels. So this is where I've re-entered on New Zealand dollar and still aiming for the very top here to make a new high. So let me just look at your comments, guys. So don't forget, you can use the live chat to leave a comment or to ask any question that you may have, or even a pair that you'd like us to look at. And I'll be keen to look at it and analyze and tell you what I'm seeing of where the market could possibly go, what opportunities we have there, what to be wary of, and so forth. So that is what you need to keep in mind here. So let's also move forward to Euro Yen. Euro Yen has been strongly going to the upside, and this resistance level is still holding. We're kind of reversing off of it, and we're still aiming to come all the way down here to this spiked support. And yes, of course, we have gold, but we're skipping that because we've already talked about it. Then Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, we did enter it yesterday, or was it today? No, it was today, this morning. And we're looking for it to come all the way up. But of course, this level here where the resistance becomes support, I am still looking to re-enter here if the market does give us an opportunity to. Then USD CAD. USD CAD, we are bounced like twice from this trend line. This is the first one, this is the second one. This seems to be the third one. Maybe the third touch is what may bring us to the downside. So let's keep an eye watch on that. So gold is slightly coming up. And then Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen has been rhetoric right now because it's just been going up for quite some time now. But we will call it quits if it does make a new high here. That's where we're coming out. But of course, we still want that profit here. That's about $727. So we really want that to come through. And that is just not one position, but 2 positions. So we're talking about probably $1,400 profit, potential profit from the Aussie yen trade. Then New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, we are aiming for the very top here. I think we talked about this already, right? Yeah, we did. Yeah, where it's at resistance and now support. So do we have any other pairs that we haven't covered, or they're all here? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. Let's do this because they're bouncing out over the place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's supposed to be a ninth one. I've literally forgotten which one it is. Let me just quickly check because it's obviously not New Zealand or Aussie dollar. I already checked that. So let me just quickly check my list to see which one is the missing pair, because I believe I've not covered all of them here. So we have dollar Swissy. Dollar Swiss is the one we haven't covered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're supposed to be about 10. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So USD Swissy is the one we missed. USD Swiss, of course, we're buying all the way up here. We're just waiting for it to slightly come down. We had this spike here, probably come down to this resistance, then we'll be buying again. That's what is going to interest us into buying if we do touch this resistance level nicely, and then probably bounce from here, then make a new high. So that is what we may be interested in. And we are having my PNL now recover. We're at 141. Surprising, each time I go live, my PNL increases. Let's see if we can get into the positive greens or blues. Yeah, so that we can make that dollar and actually go above this previous position we were in, which is 450 of locked profit. So 141, we're now down to 114. Please don't forget the live chat, the live chat. You can ask your question there. And don't forget as well, we do have the live market analysis that we run every Friday at 11 p.m. CT when the markets are closed. And we also, cover the usual pairs from CAD, Swissy, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Gold. We cover them all. So those are the different pairs compared to what I actually trade. So feel free to join us at 5 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. CT, and we can go through all of those pairs and see what is available for next week and what opportunities we can get in longer term. Righty. So let's jump right back to gold since that is our intraday trade where we try and get out within the day. So right now we're currently in profit. We bounced off this was it the resistance? Let's see. No, this was earlier. But still, it still counts. We bounced off the support, bounced nicely, I think about twice. This was the New York session open, and then we seem to be coming all the way up nicely. I didn't even put my take profit correctly. That was 6351, and my take profit here is at 63 exactly, but it's supposed to be 6351. So let us just change that take profit area before it actually hits take profit. So we are going up nicely. Probably we can even switch this to the 1 minute. We see what is going on here. So we had this spike right here, just a minute before New York open. We spiked all the way up. So I think it's trying to recover this gain that it had. And then it immediately dropped to the downside. It was almost like those news. I think they was news. Let me actually check the news outlets to actually see if there was some news. So today is July 24th. We do have news coming up in an hour. That is the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI and the S&P Global Services PMI and the new home sales. That is within an hour and 15 minutes. And then later on in the next 2 hours, we're going to have the new home sales. So those are the only two news events that we have for today. Those are dollar related. So maybe based on the focus is 54, we might have worse than expected numbers, which could possibly push gold to the upside. Though the Iran war is causing tension with gold and other commodities. So we also need to be careful with that. Anything Trump says moves the market, as you know. Yeah, so we are up to 103 from 141 when we first started this live. So imagine if every time you get on this live, you see all my trades, enter in all of them and close them when they're all in a good profit. I think you'd be quite up. You'd probably be up $40 if you used also the exact same lot sizes. But I'm not saying you copy trades. These are just ideas, live trading ideas. We try and see what we can make from this market in this so short span of time, and also talk about some long-term opportunities like I do on the currencies. Gold, I only do it intraday because gold is erratic. It moves crazy, and yeah, the opportunities are usually there intraday. So we just take a profit, see where the support and resistance are, and we take those opportunities. Yeah, so don't forget live chat, put in your questions, ask me which pairs you like me to look at, and I will give you my analysis, my quick analysis on it. If it could even be an intraday trade or a longer holding term trade. So once more, don't forget we have promos running, which is 50% off if you're a first time user using the promo code first OFP. Then if you've been with us for quite a while, you can use the promo code OFP45 where you get 45% off. So that is 5% less than the 50% off if you're a first time user, but it's still worth an opportunity to get yourself an account before the promo ends. 11:59 p.m. CET, 31st July. That's next week, Friday. So make sure you grab yourself an account before the promo ends. Alrighty, we are left with about 2 minutes. Let's see how gold will perform in these 2 minutes. I'm still banking on the fact that it will go to the upside, and we're already currently in the money. And like I said, this spike over here is a reason to actually be buying as well. Alrighty. So gold is posed for a bit here. Not much movement. It's actually just moved like it has been in a range for $8, I would say, because it dropped from the top here and then came all the way down to 52, from 60 to 52. So that was an $8 move, and then now it's trying to go back up to make another $8 move or so. So let it do that. Let it do that. So right now we're just $100 in loss. There we go. We're actually on 99 now. So just $100, 99 somewhere there is where we are currently. So let's see how far we go. We're left with exactly 1 minute before we conclude this live. And let's see if how far this can go. Just a few seconds now. All right. So I will update you guys on Monday on how this trade goes because the candle is already closed. Our 1 minute is over. Thank you all for joining me today. I will be seeing you all tonight at 5 p.m. EST as I do the market analysis for the week, and so that you can make your plans for the weekend and see how you can get into the market next week and what opportunities lay in these markets. So apart from now, be safe, use a stop loss, and happy trading.